David Corenswet is a name that's been on everyone's lips since his casting as the next Superman. But behind the chiseled jawline and classic Hollywood charm lies a story full of surprising twists, hidden struggles, and fascinating details that even his biggest fans might not know. How did a theater kid from Philadelphia become one of the most talked about actors of his generation? What secrets lie beneath his rapid rise to fame? In this video, we'll uncover the untold story of David Corenswet, from his early heartbreaks to his shocking career choices and the personal quirks that make him truly unique. Welcome to Biography Reel, where we go beyond the spotlight to reveal the stories you've never heard before. David Packard Corenswet was born on July 8, 1993, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, into a family that valued creativity and intellectual pursuits. His mother, Caroline Packard, is a producer and writer, known for her work in theater and film. His father, John Corenswet, was a successful attorney with a deep love for the arts, particularly theater. This unique blend of legal rigor and artistic passion in his household would later influence David's approach to his craft, combining discipline with creativity. But behind the idyllic facade of a creative, supportive family lay a tragedy that would shape David's life in profound ways. When David was just 11 years old, his father passed away after a long battle with cancer. This loss was a defining moment in David's life, forcing him to confront grief and mortality at an age when most children are carefree. In interviews, David has spoken candidly about how his father's death left a void in his life, but it also instilled in him a sense of resilience and determination. He once revealed, "Losing my dad taught me that life is fragile, and it made me want to live fully, to chase my dreams without hesitation." David's mother, Caroline, became his rock during this difficult time. A strong, independent woman, she encouraged David to pursue his passions and provided him with a stable, nurturing environment. She also introduced him to the world of classic Hollywood cinema, which became a source of comfort and inspiration for the young boy. Films starring Cary Grant, Jimmy Stewart, and Audrey Hepburn were staples in the Corenswet household, and David quickly developed a fascination with the golden age of Hollywood. He later admitted that these films not only sparked his love for acting but also shaped his understanding of storytelling and character. David attended the Shipley School, a prestigious private school in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, known for its strong emphasis on the arts. It was here that David first discovered his love for theater. He participated in numerous school productions, including A Midsummer Night's Dream, where he played Puck, and The Crucible, where he took on the role of John Proctor. His performances were met with critical acclaim from teachers and peers alike, but what many don't know is that acting initially served as an emotional outlet for David. He once shared, "Theater became my safe space. It was where I could express emotions I didn't know how to process in real life." Despite his growing passion for acting, David's path to stardom wasn't straightforward. In a surprising twist, David briefly considered following in his father's footsteps and becoming a lawyer. During high school, he interned at a law firm, where he gained first-hand experience in the legal world. But it was during this time that David realized his heart wasn't in law, it was on the stage. A pivotal moment came during his senior year when he performed in a school production of The Importance of Being Earnest. The standing ovation he received after the show solidified his decision to pursue acting professionally. David's journey took him to the Juilliard School in New York City, one of the most prestigious performing arts conservatories in the world. But even at Juilliard, David faced challenges that tested his resolve. Despite his undeniable talent, he struggled with imposter syndrome, often feeling like he didn't belong among his exceptionally talented peers. In a rare interview, David confessed, "There were times when I felt like a fraud. I kept thinking, what am I doing here? Everyone else is so much better than me." It wasn't until his final year at Juilliard that David began to find his footing. He credits his teachers and classmates with helping him overcome his self-doubt and embrace his unique strengths. One of his most transformative experiences at Juilliard was playing the titular role in Hamlet. The complexity of the character and the emotional depth required for the role pushed David to new heights as an actor. He later described the experience as the moment I realized I could do this for the rest of my life. But David's time at Juilliard wasn't just about honing his craft, it was also a period of personal growth. He developed a deep appreciation for collaboration and the importance of storytelling as a means of connecting with others. He also formed lifelong friendships with fellow actors, many of whom have gone on to successful careers in theater, film, and television. David's early life was marked by both triumph and tragedy, but but it was these experiences that shaped him into the actor and person he is today. From the loss of his father to the challenges of pursuing his dreams, David's journey is a testament to the power of resilience and the importance of staying true to oneself. As he once said, "Every struggle, every heartbreak, every moment of doubt, it all led me to where I am today. And I wouldn't change a thing." David Corenswet's rise to fame might seem like a meteoric ascent, but the reality is far more complex. His journey to stardom was paved with risks, sacrifices, and moments of self-doubt that tested his resolve. From humble beginnings in New York City to landing his breakout role in The Politician, David's path was anything but easy. After graduating from Juilliard in 2016, David moved to New York City to pursue a career in theater. Like many aspiring actors, he faced the harsh realities of the industry, countless auditions, relentless rejection, and the constant struggle to make ends meet. To support himself, David took on a series of odd jobs, including working as a production assistant, a dog walker, and even a bartender. But here's something you might not know. David also worked as a background actor on several TV shows, including Law & Order, SVU. These small, often uncredited roles were far from glamorous, but they taught him the importance of perseverance and humility. During this time, David faced a pivotal moment that would shape his career. After months of auditions and rejections, he began to question whether he was cut out for the industry. In a candid interview, David revealed that he seriously considered quitting acting altogether. He even applied to graduate school as a backup plan, thinking that a more stable career might be the better choice. But just as he was about to give up, he landed his first major role in the off-Broadway play The Low Road. The Low Road was a satirical play about capitalism, and David played the role of Jim Truitt, a young man navigating a world of greed and corruption. The play was a critical success, and David's performance earned rave reviews. More importantly, it reignited his passion for acting and gave him the confidence to keep going. He later described the experience as a reminder of why I fell in love with acting in the first place. David's big break came in 2018, when he was cast in Netflix's House of Cards. He played the recurring role of Reed, a young staffer working for Claire Underwood, played by Robin Wright. While the role was relatively small, it marked David's first major foray into television and introduced him to a wider audience. But here's a shocking twist: David almost didn't get the part. During his audition, he accidentally spilled water all over the casting director's desk. Instead of panicking, he used the moment to show his improvisational skills, turning the mishap into a memorable performance. His ability to stay calm under pressure impressed the casting team and ultimately landed him the role. Following House of Cards, David continued to build his resume, with roles in projects like The Tap 2018, a mini-series about the world of competitive dance. But it was in 2019 that David truly broke through with his role as River Barkley in Ryan Murphy's Netflix series The Politician. As the charming and ill-fated love interest of Ben Platt's character, David captivated audiences with his emotional depth and magnetic screen presence. The show's success brought him widespread recognition and established him as a rising star in Hollywood. But landing the role in The Politician wasn't without its challenges. David auditioned multiple times for the part, and each callback required him to dig deeper into the character's psyche. He later revealed that he spent hours researching and preparing for the role, even though he wasn't sure he'd get it. His dedication paid off, and his portrayal of River Barkley earned praise from critics and fans alike. David's collaboration with Ryan Murphy continued with the 2020 Netflix series Hollywood, where he played Jack Costello, an aspiring actor navigating the golden age of Hollywood. The role was a perfect fit for David, allowing him to showcase his range and charisma. But what many don't know is that David underwent a dramatic physical transformation for the role. He gained 20 pounds of muscle to embody the character, following a strict diet and exercise regimen that took a toll on his mental health. In interviews, David has spoken openly about the challenges of maintaining such a rigorous routine, admitting that it led to bouts of depression and self-doubt. Despite the challenges, David's performance in Hollywood was a career-defining moment. The series explored themes of ambition, identity, and the price of fame, themes that resonated deeply with David's own experiences. His portrayal of Jack Costello earned him widespread acclaim and solidified his status as one of Hollywood's most promising actors. But David's journey to stardom wasn't just about landing roles, it was also about making difficult choices. In a surprising move, David turned down several high-profile projects after Hollywood, including a major studio film that would have paid him a significant sum. Why? Because he wanted to avoid being typecast as the handsome leading man. David has always been determined to prove his versatility, even if it meant taking risks with smaller, less glamorous roles. One of the most surprising aspects of David's career is his commitment to theater. Despite his success in film and television, he has continued to return to the stage, where his passion for acting first began. In 2022, he starred in an off-Broadway production of The Glass Menagerie, playing the role of Tom Wingfield. The play was a critical success, and David's performance was hailed as mesmerizing by the New York Times. David's road to stardom has been anything but conventional. It's a story of resilience, risk-taking, and the willingness to stay true to oneself in the face of adversity. As he once said, success isn't about the roles you land, it's about the journey you take to get there, and for David Corenswet, that journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. David Corenswet's rapid rise to fame brought with it a whirlwind of opportunities, accolades, and adoration. But behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood lies a darker side, one filled with personal struggles, professional pressures, and the constant battle to stay true to oneself. For David, the journey to stardom was as much about navigating these challenges as it was about achieving success. One of the most surprising revelations about David is that he struggles with severe anxiety, particularly around public speaking and interviews. Despite his confident on-screen presence, David has admitted that he often feels overwhelmed by the spotlight. In a candid interview, he shared, "There's this expectation that you have to be on all the time, that you have to be perfect. But the truth is, I'm just a regular person with insecurities and fears like anyone else." David's anxiety became particularly pronounced after the success of The Politician and Hollywood. As his profile rose, so did the demands on his time and energy. He found himself constantly traveling, attending press junkets, and meeting with industry executives, all while trying to maintain a sense of normalcy in his personal life. The pressure to live up to the expectations of fans, critics, and even himself took a toll on his mental health. But perhaps the most shocking challenge David faced was the impact of fame on his personal relationships. As his career took off, he found it increasingly difficult to stay connected with friends and family. In a rare moment of vulnerability, David revealed that he lost touch with several childhood friends who couldn't relate to his new lifestyle. It's hard to explain what it's like to go from being a struggling actor to suddenly having your face on billboards, he said. Some people just don't understand, and it can be really isolating. This sense of isolation led David to seek therapy, which he credits with helping him navigate the pressures of fame. He has been open about the importance of mental health, often using his platform to advocate for therapy and self-care. "Therapy saved my life," he once said. "It taught me that it's okay to ask for help, that it's okay to not have all the answers." David's struggles weren't just personal, they were also professional. As his star rose, he faced the challenge of being typecast as the handsome leading man. Despite his desire to take on diverse and complex roles, he found himself being offered parts that leaned heavily on his looks rather than his talent. This frustration led him to turn down several high-profile projects, a risky move in an industry that often values visibility over artistry. One of the most difficult periods in David's career came during the filming of Hollywood. To embody the role of Jack Costello, an aspiring actor in the 1940s, David underwent a dramatic physical transformation. He gained 20 pounds of muscle, following a strict diet and exercise regimen that required immense discipline. While the transformation was impressive, it came at a cost. The intense physical demands took a toll on David's mental health, leading to bouts of depression and self-doubt. In interviews, David has spoken openly about the challenges of maintaining such a rigorous routine. "There were days when I just wanted to give up," he admitted. "I was exhausted, both physically and emotionally. But I kept reminding myself why I was doing this, to tell a story that mattered." His dedication paid off, as his performance in Hollywood earned widespread acclaim and solidified his status as one of Hollywood's most promising actors. But even with his professional triumphs, David continued to face personal challenges. The constant scrutiny of the media and the pressure to maintain a perfect image weighed heavily on him. He found himself second-guessing his choices, both on and off the screen. "There's this idea that fame is supposed to make you happy," he said. "But the reality is, it can be incredibly lonely. You're constantly being judged, and it's easy to lose sight of who you are." Despite these challenges, David has managed to stay grounded and focused on his craft. He credits his support system, his mother, close friends, and therapist, with helping him navigate the ups and downs of fame. He's also found solace in his hobbies, including painting, playing the piano, and reading. These activities provide a much-needed escape from the pressures of Hollywood and allow him to reconnect with himself. One of the most inspiring aspects of David's journey is his commitment to using his platform for good. He's a passionate advocate for mental health awareness and has partnered with several organizations to promote therapy and self-care. He's also a vocal supporter of LGBTQ+ rights, drawing from his own experiences growing up in a progressive household. David's resilience in the face of adversity is a testament to his strength and character. As he once said, "Fame isn't the end goal, it's just a part of the journey. What matters most is staying true to yourself and using your voice to make a difference." And for David Corenswet, that's exactly what he's done. Unlike many actors, David has actively avoided the Hollywood party scene, preferring to spend his free time reading, painting and playing the piano. In fact, he's an accomplished pianist, and often composes his own music as a way to unwind. David is a huge comic book nerd. Long before he was cast as Superman, he was an avid collector of DC Comics and even dressed up as Clark Kent for Halloween as a kid. His deep knowledge of the character has informed his portrayal, and he's been working closely with James Gunn to bring a fresh yet authentic take to the role. But David's impact goes beyond his acting. He's a passionate advocate for mental health awareness, and has partnered with several organizations to promote therapy and self-care. He's also a vocal supporter of LGBTQ+ rights, drawing from his own experiences growing up in a progressive household. As David prepares to don the iconic cape, he's determined to use his platform for good. Whether it's through his art or his activism, David Corenswet is proving that true superheroes exist both on and off the screen. David Corenswet's journey is a testament to resilience, authenticity, and the power of staying true to oneself. From overcoming personal tragedies to redefining what it means to be a leading man, his story is as inspiring as it is surprising. Thank you for watching Biography Reel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the lives of cinema's brightest stars. Who should we cover next? Let us know in the comments below.